It's news time, everyone. I hope you got your news hat on. I don't. I got my new shirt on and a little tie. So you watched Nintendo Life's preview of Balan Wonderland, and they should have called that game Balan Wonder Bad. I've seen some harsh takes on that game. I'm gonna have to look into it more because I was really looking forward to it, but it's one of those things that might not be too fantastic. But yeah, not great, not great. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make my shirt a little bit bigger. I was gonna make it a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. There we go. How's that? That bit better? I feel like it wasn't very good before. Just adjust my shirt for you guys live on air. But yes, let's jump into the news. So we got quite a lot. There's some cool shit. There's actually quite a few trailers. I might actually play a lot of trailers today, so just heads up. And sit tight. Alright. The World Ends With You. The animation begins airing April 9th, and it got a new trailer and visual. I'm really excited for this. This looks really good. I'm a fan of The World Ends With You, so I really kind of wanted to I hoped this would turn out really well, and I kind of think it might. So hopefully if they can get all the story together correctly, this will be a pretty fun watch, I reckon. Now, if you haven't seen The World Ends With You, this is fucking stylish as too. I love stylish Japanese games. Some of them are just so good. But yeah. So yeah, that's going to be out April 9th. And I'm kind of really looking forward to it. Moving on, Sony picks a minor stake in software parent company Kodokawa. Now, Kodokawa is the company that owns From Software, which means Sony now has effective share on FromSoft. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. We already know that they do have a relationship already. FromSoft always had 3 titles that have been exclusive or paid by Sony in terms of development. So probably going to see more. That's what it feels like. It says here that a deal was also struck with Cygames' mobile-focused parent company CyberAgent. I actually didn't realize this. I hadn't seen that one. I don't know how that even works because there hasn't really been much connection between Cygames and Sony, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, now the real shit. Now I get to talk about awesome fucking shit. So if you saw the title of today's stream, I forgot this live event was happening, and it was the Final Fantasy announcement for a new expansion. So this is Final Fantasy XIV's new expansion, Endwalker. Now, if you guys haven't heard me gush already about Shadowbringers, Shadowbringers is amazing. It's probably one of the best RPGs I've played in a very, very long time. And it was an MMO, and a very good MMO at that. All the raids are extremely fun to do. I think that the content flow is really good. Like, it's just really good. I just really like 14. But this trailer sort of goes into what happens at the very end of Shadowbringers, which will not make sense to a lot of people. So I probably will play the trailer, and it probably won't make sense to a lot of people. But yeah, I'm very fucking excited. Klaus, how you going? No, it's ending. Only one arc is ending, Klaus. The end. So for those who have been paying attention, Final Fantasy XIV was an expansion that came out, and it went very poorly at the start, and it basically had to be redone, and then they had a new storyline. Well, mostly new storyline, and basically though, the main story premise of Hydaelyn versus Zodiac, the light versus the dark primals, was a storyline that's been going on for, is this the 5th expansion? This is the 6th expansion? 5th expansion, 6th content drop. And it'll be the end of that story. This expansion will end that story. We don't know how cleanly, we don't know to what sort of way it's going to leave the world, but the way they've phrased it is, this is not the end of Final Fantasy XIV. This is the end of the Hydaelyn and Zodiac arc. the main story that we've been building up for however long is going to end. And this, the way this is taking this is very Final Fantasy. The amount of playing this and watching the story play out, and just it feels like you're experiencing a Final Fantasy game that is not an MMO, is wonderful. It's the end. I'm ready for the end, Klaus. I am actually very endy, happy for it. Unlike how WoW and other MMOs might drag it out, this story knew what it wanted to do and it got there, and I'm so happy. And FF16 will be the next one. Well, do you know what's exciting about that, Klaus, is the fact that the team that worked on 14 is going to be working on 16, and I think 14 is some of the best content they've put out. Easy. It is so good. But yeah, they announced quite a lot with this. So, same things they usual. If you've played an MMO, you know some of this stuff coming. There's a new job, the Sage, and one other job, which we don't know, it's supposedly a melee class. Sage is a ranged healer or shield healer. Level cap has been increased, that's normal. New areas related to all the different zones, a whole heap of various just new systems and things like that. Stuff we're pretty used to in an expansion. But I am going to say that I probably know what the next class is. I think a lot of people have figured it out. They were hinting at it very heavily, not only during this presentation, but previous presentations. And the fact that there was a leaked class a while back, and it might be the correct one. So we'll see how it goes. But Sage, pretty cool. I'll show you off some of this stuff in a moment. But yeah. The ending is cool. Ending it is cool. Yeah, they can make another game. 100%. Oh, well, they're not making another game. They're going to do another story using the MMO. What class? Do you guys want a spoiler? You guys let me in chat know if you want me to talk about what it might be. Well, the theorized one. New class is Sage, so I'll show you guys Sage in a moment. Hey NC, how you going? But yeah, so here's some cards. I don't know why they've done this. So there's a full presentation and stuff like that, but yeah. So yeah, here's an image of the Sage. I wonder if they've actually got the trailer. I wanted to show the trailer, but yeah, so the Sage is the new class, and it looks amazing. It's got like these floating little gun things. Basically, it's a shield healer, which is good to see. Shield healers are probably my favorite type. I like preventative damage rather than reactionary, especially with very heavy boss fights. But they're changing how healers sort of interact with each other, so we'll see how that works. And one of the big things is now they actually talk about how they want to have raids for the duty finders, have a shield healer and a normal healer, which is two different ones. Gunblades, pretty much. They're kind of gunblades, yeah. They look really cool in action. Hang on, I want to see if they better have the trailer at the bottom of this. Do you have the trailer? There's a lot of stuff. If you're into this MMO, I'm not going to go through all the pieces of details. There's new races, new towns, new everything. We've got new classes. We're going Gargamel. There's a new raid. We're going to see... Hang on, if you know Final Fantasy X, Anima is making a return, because 14 is full of a lot of references. But yeah, Anima is going to be a boss at some point. I think it's in the new raid, either Anima or it's going to be a trial. Unsure. But yeah, some of the arts looks amazing. Really excited. We'll find out more about Fandaniel. We'll understand his connection. We're going to understand why we're going to end up having Heidelin versus Zodiac in the end. A lot of stuff. Einstein's coming back. Esther 9. We lost him in the story for a bit there. He's going to actually be joining us as a Scion, apparently. That's pretty fucking big. There's downscaling stats. Man, this has got the full presentation just broken down. If you just want to read the full breakdown, this article's actually quite good for it. But I know what you're all here for. You're here for the video. The videos are here what you're here for. Now, this trailer is pretty fucking dope. If you know the story, this is very exciting. But yeah, let's have a look-see. I'm glad someone's sharing my hype with me, class. It shocks me how many people have not played to the current state in this game. I don't think the song is as strong as Shadowbringers. What do you mean, CJ? Nidoking's ground. Ground beats flying. Kind of fits well though. I think it's appropriate. I think this song's good. I don't think it's as strong. And people have talked about how... So this trailer, by the way, is the first iteration.
Days were upon us. The fabric of the star had begun to fray, its lands rent by tooth and claw.
The end of the world is coming, everyone! We're here. We're going to see the final days. Void spawn. That's an interesting thing that's we're seeing. It's your boy! Main protagonist. And he's a paladin now! He changed class! Alphinaud's a sage!
Are you alright?
I can look after myself, you know.
I've watched this trailer quite a few times, just by the
And I've
way.
had enough of this rabble. Come on!
We got the twins in a trailer finally, too. Now, this guy, if you haven't been playing, most people won't know who the fuck this is. But this is Fandaniel. He is the last Ascian that we're aware of that is actually in existence. And he is unhinged.
Past the far edge of fate. Ring blades dark and light. Tolling the coming of the end.
The vessel for Hydaelyn is us. That vessel for Zodiac is the prince himself. And we're taking this to the motherfucking moon. I love that. A little end drop feels very like, I guess, how do I say? Like a movie. But yeah, shit, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. And the logo is fantastic. This is one of my favorite logos they've done. Look at that. We've got the moon. We've got, which I'm going to assume is a form of Void Ark vessel. Considering the Void Ark is going to be... I'm going to assume the Void is going to play a heavy part in this expansion. Especially with the fact that the Void are here attacking. This structure, whatever this building is, this looks like their machinations. So this looks like Mark technology that's been repurposed. So Fandaniel must have a connection to them. Lunar Whale. But yeah, like I'm very excited for this. This is, if you are a fan of this game, this is going to be like super exciting. I do like that they used, so in the final battle for light and dark, they picked the class that is encompasses the power of light, which is the Defender Paladin. And yeah. I always go to call it the Crusader. I don't know why, but yeah. I'm very, very excited for this expansion. It's super cool. They've got a little showcase of the Sage, which we did see a bit in that trailer. But yeah. So it's kind of got these little gun things that float around. So if you're into floating weapons, this might be the class for you. But it is a healer, just to be aware. It's not a DPS class. We're not sure what it's based on, whether or not it comes from another class, or it will be like the Dark Knight where you just get it. So you can see there they're supporting a Dark Knight there. Very cool. It looks very Cthulhu-like. Yeah, the Mark technology is extremely Cthulhian. So yeah, mostly because of the ties to the void and everything. But yes, I won't dive too heavy into it. I did a lot of theory crafting. I think I have a good idea of where the story's going to go at the start, but where it ends, nobody knows. It's going to get insane, but we do know that we're probably going to see a very insane final battle. The Lunar Whale. You guys want a Lunar Whale? You want some chocolate? I always want chocolate. Lunar Whale. Oh man, I'm very excited. So I think I actually grabbed a couple of articles because I wasn't sure which one would have good stuff on it. But yeah. That one just sort of drops a little bit of news. So other important news. So because of the fact that this new expansion is coming along, it's also going to open up to PS5. So if you want to play an open beta for it, then that'll be in April, which is not a bad way to check out the game if you do have a PS5. So have some water. Thank you, NC. But continuing the Final Fantasy XIV news, there's also the patch 5.5, which will be the final like final content drop. There'll be 2 parts, it seems like, for this expansion, and it's going to be one of those things where, like, we will get the Yorha finale. There's finales to like the relic system. We're gonna have a lot of close-offs, but we will get the key story pieces that will lead us into the next expansion. We've already had a few little hints and drops, especially those weird weapon things coming out of the ground, and we have no idea anything about them. They just suddenly sprouted out of nowhere at the end of the story that just dropped. And yeah, we're gonna have to find out a lot more, but I'm very excited. I'm kind of want to see where Yoko Taro decides to end his Yorha Nia storyline. There is just some fights that we haven't seen that I'm kind of expecting to see just at the very end of this. We've actually seen the end of Eden already, but the main story could have a little extra beat that we are kind of missing. In Final Fantasy IV, there was a ship to the moon called the Lunar Whale. There was, class. So that's the big thing. So I've talked about it before, well, not with you guys, but there is a storyline in terms of Final Fantasy. Each of the Final Fantasy storylines have kind of been touched on in some way or another, but the core story premise and the conceptual stuff of 1, 2, 3, and 4 now being approached is what this game is going to be. So I'm expecting 4 to be very, very heavily leaned on for Endwalker 100%. The fact that we're going to the moon, we might even see the moon people as well, Klaus. Like, there's a lot that can happen, so I'm really excited. I know, NC. I've got it. I've got to be focused on the news. Like this segment's definitely more focused on that. In before we leave for space whales, come in and eat the planet. God. What, in our world or in the game? But yeah, I'm very excited for that. Alright, moving on from the thing that I'm most excited for. Sorry, I just bumped the shit out of my mic. Glover N64 prototype leak causes misunderstanding with owner's rights ownership. So, if you didn't hear me talk about this, so Glover weirdly was going to look, they were looking into like a...
Reveals Claust what?
Klaus, holy shit. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. I really do appreciate it. Holy heck. Do you know what, Klaus? I actually, because I'm going to be switching over my emotes sometime in the future, I really, really hope that people like yourself that have given a big amount of bits will get awarded the new emotes for just having those thresholds already be met. I'll be really annoyed if you guys have to get that amount again, but thank you. I really do appreciate it, man. So yes, Glover is a weird game because it was like it was a very strange N64 game. It's very unique. I really enjoy it, but it's kind of friggin' weird and hard. And we're going to get we got a leak of the ROM for some reason, and now there's ownership with when they were trying to talk about doing the Kickstarter. They're going to do a Kickstarter for like a remake of sorts for it, and it was like that didn't seem like a good idea. There's the fact that this game is resurfaced somehow is kind of funny after all these years, but I very much doubt anyone that was involved in the original teams really do exist in the industry as a core team anymore. So yeah, I don't know, just was weird news that sort of came about. Oh, this is more Final Fantasy 14 stuff. If you guys haven't heard the Scions, like, holy shit. They are a really cool... the Primals, sorry, not the Scions. If you haven't heard their music, it's really good. 14 has really, really good music, and their live stuff's pretty good as well. But this is a very silly film clip, so if you want to watch some of those music, they've chucked them up on YouTube and Spotify and stuff. But yeah. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Hinokami Keputan. I didn't actually realize that was the full title, but yes, we are actually getting more details slowly about this game. It is still seeming to be an arena fighter from what people can assume it being CyberConnect made. But the most popular anime ever. I can't state this enough. If you haven't watched Super Eye Patch Wolf's video on the state of shonen right now, go watch that video. It really clearly highlights just how messed up this series is and how popular it is. It is fucked. It's so crazy. I really like this series. I'm so glad that it's just a very short, tight, well-told story. But the action game that's coming to it is still coming out for the consoles and everything, but we still haven't had much detail. So hold on. This game will do stupid good, I think, especially because of the little teasers they've done. It looks pretty nice. And if you've ever played the Naruto Shippuden games, they're very, very, very good too. So, yeah. Oh god. CJ, I'm sorry about this when I have to talk about this. Ubisoft's Prince of Persia remake has been postponed indefinitely. I saw a few articles about this. I don't know if there's actually a specification why, but yeah. Ubisoft decided against it. Seems they weren't happy. Like, people just weren't happy. I don't know. It's just really weird. Back then, the reveal drew criticism for its visuals and deemed as being a bit flat and uninspiring. So it looks like they really did take it to heart, and maybe they're going to have to try and figure out a new team. It sounds like they've undone all of that. That sounds like a pretty heavy action, but it kind of makes sense. I don't know. It's one of those things where it kind of happens. I don't know. But as not a big Prince of Persia fan, this is. I feel like it's okay for them to take their time. But if you're really excited for this, I'm sorry, you might have to wait a little bit longer. All right, we've actually got a bit of news about announcements over the next not announcements, but conferences and all that sort of stuff. We're starting to get a few reveals and them talking about how all these are going to play out during this year. And E3 is again going to be digital. It's not going to be physical, and that makes sense. E3 kind of just had to skip last year. They were not prepared. The team has just sort of been fumbling for the last few years, and we're kind of figuring out like what they want to do with it. I guess it's one of those things where they're just seemingly not prepared. But what we have here is the fact that they want to do a full digital event, and they really haven't announced more than that, but they do want to have press demos available, which I don't know how they do that unless they do digital distribution, which can be a dangerous dang thing, but really not quite sure how they're going to do this. Do you know what? I was just thinking, if you wanted to talk about digital demos for press and they don't want to actually send out the files, cloud gaming actually isn't a bad way for that, except it would make a terrible experience for a lot of people doing journalist stuff if they are doing it from across the globe. But we'll see. We'll see as this story progresses. But just a reminder, E3 still happening, and it's going to be digital. I don't know if I've got... yeah, I think there's a couple of them related to this. But it looks like the replacement for E3 through Jeff Niley's Summer of Games is going to be returning. Except he says that it's going to be much shorter this year, which makes a lot more sense because that really got Drew out. I think that he took on a lot more than he could chew, but it was still good. I still enjoyed all of it. I know a lot of people were a bit disappointed or confused by a lot of it, but yeah. We're going to have a new Summer of Games, and it's probably good. My dono. I like that. Hey Al, how you going? So yeah. Oh, it's your first day of Sword as well. But yeah, we can hear... Well, we'd expect to hear more news of all these events over the next few months as... still early in the year, but they'll start planning really heavily at this point and need to get people hyped up. I think... No, there is maybe one more article related to that stuff, but I don't know if I've got it here, so... Black Myth, Wukong Chinese New Year Greetings trailer. This game looks bonkers. I've already talked about this game a few times. This is a Chinese-made game for Black Myth Wukong, so Wukong being Journey to the West, and it looks pretty good. I actually think the gameplay actually looks pretty tight, which is hard to say about a lot of Chinese games. A lot of them end up being a bit loose and a bit but I think we're now entering an era where they have starting to get their shit together, and because they've been making visuals for so long for the West, they can do visuals really well. So I haven't actually checked out this trailer. Maybe we'll check this out. New mod? Yes. Ours new mod. This is all in game, by the way. This is easily all in game. Man, look how brown it is, though. I wasn't expecting it to not have too much color, and it's very washed out. Okay, it's kind of got some sort of weird artifacting around the edges of stuff from how they're doing the shaders. I think this is a game that might actually look better being played. I think the video might not be capturing as well of all the detail in this game. It actually might have too much detail. Yeah, it's in 1080p, but it looks like it's being compressed a fuck ton. There he is, there's the Monkey King himself! Monkey Souls? Yeah, it kind of does look like it's got a bit of Souls-like. It's very much an action game, though. So... it looks like it plays alright. It looks like it's got a nice, slow, deliberate movement. It looks like it's Monkey without his crown too, I just realized. Correct me if I'm wrong, is this based on the movie that... There's a popular movie series that has started in China, which is about Wukong. But I don't think it's that, because this looks a lot more dark and gritty. But this looks like he's not as strong as he is. He's not Monkey King Wukong. He looks like he's just Wukong at this point. Before his crown days, it looks like it. So he hasn't actually got god strength yet. He is just a demigod of sorts. Talking Journey to the West? I am. Because I'm fairly sure this is meant to be pretty... well, not accurate, but it's like it's meant to be more... Fuck, that Minotaur looks amazing! Hang on. Alright, they're just going to talk about it a bit, so... Damn, look at this Minotaur. Damn! That looks really good. That's a really good model. It also animates really well. There's a lot of nice animations in this. But yeah. that a Minotaur or is it a huge ass rat? I think this is a Minotaur. I'm fairly sure that's a Minotaur. He's got horns and a bull nose. That's a big monkey? Big monkey. I don't know if he's big monkey. Looks like a Minotaur. I might be wrong. I'm not a Journey to the West expert, but there is a lot of different mythological creatures that he does encounter, so. It's Goku. Rejects humanity. Return to monkey. Monkey. Given the unintentional theme of playing games inspired by Journey to the West on my stream, I'll have to play this. Journey to the West is a fantastic story. I think that it's one of those things that's been used for the premise for so many different things, especially in Japan, that it is a very well moldable story with a good sort of, like, Monkey's not a great protagonist. He's a shit. There's a lot of stuff about him that he's a bit of an asshole. But it's his story and a lot of his learning, and I think that's what kind of makes it good. But yeah, it's been retold and retold so many times. But this game looks interesting. It's a lot more darker than I thought. I think Class, and not as like calling it Souls, is a good example. It actually kind of gives me Neo vibes as well, because it's very dark. Like, it's very brown, very dark, and I kind of want more vibrancy in color in games now. I know you can try and, this might be just this area or part of the story, but you can do a lot more in terms of storytelling, I think, when you get given a bit more style and a bit more color. They showed off other areas of big forest of sorts. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, CJ. I'm now feel like I've got myself confused between two games, because there is a movie related one, and there's this, I'm fairly sure. And I don't think this is related to the movie, but I might be wrong. But it definitely looks cool. Master Splinter coming out of the woodwork. Shit. When are we getting a Master Splinter game? But yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty excited for that game. Hopefully it plays really well. I want people to say that game is fantastic when it comes out. Yeah, it's a gritty looking world. It kind of does, yeah. But yeah. Whoa.
Armin_fire just subscribed. Love you, I guess you could say. You're to die for.
And then he shoots me. Thank you, Armin. Oh my god, three of my mods are here today. Thank you for subscribing, Armin. I appreciate it. Please don't kill me. Alright, let's jump into the news. How many months has it been, Armin? 6 months. In 6 months. I really do appreciate it, man. You're grounded for that. Can we time out our own mods? Don't do that. Don't do that, because it does mean I have to put the mod status back on. Armin. Cyberpunk 2077. More news. It looks like we're going to continually talk about Cyberpunk for the rest of the year. That's what it feels like. They were actually targeted by a cyber attack, and this isn't just they were targeted weird. They were targeted. And what's really bizarre is it's kind of got like a cyberpunk vibe to how the attacks went about. And yes, so they actually found some data information. Apparently there's some leaked stuff about information that they were going to do internal workings. But there is this image here that I don't know if I can pull up. Oh my god. And this is very weird. There was a README file that was sent to them, and if they wanted data back and stuff. Hello CD Projekt, you have been epically pruned. We have dumped full copies of the source codes of the performance server of Cyberpunk 2077, Witcher 3, Gwent, and the unreleased version of Witcher 3. We have also dumped all your documents relating to the accounting, administration, legal, HR, investors, and relations, and more. We have also encrypted all your servers. We understand that you most likely will recover from backups. If we not come to an agreement, then your source codes will be sold and leaked online. You have 48 hours to contact us. Now, oh god. This is a very bizarre circumstance for a company releasing a cyberpunk game to get a cyber attack. And, I don't know. I feel Cyberpunk's just getting bullied and beaten up right now. Like, CD Projekt, they really fucked up. And it seems like the internet is not done with them yet. But, yeah. Probably will hear more soon. Little Nightmares 2 launch trailer. Little Nightmares sales top 3 million. This game, the original series, Little Nightmares 1 looked really good. I've never played it, and people talked how much they really, really did like Little Nightmares 1. And I think people are genuinely really excited for this one too. I don't think I'll play this either, but we might watch the trailer. Someone must have been very disappointed to do that. It's a tad shame. They must have been so angry. There's a lot of very angry people on the internet, Klaus, especially when things that they really were looking forward to or things that they really enjoy get messed with. Either faked or somebody wanted to thematical with the attack. Supposedly not, Al. Apparently this is real. I don't know how we got access to that particular notepad document that had that information, but supposedly that was a very real attack, and the law enforcement has been contacted and stuff, so we'll see. Man on...
I got the perfect plan. This is the greatest plan.
Angry man on the internet, I'm frightened. The thing is, I don't think it's a man, Armin. I'm fairly sure that would be a collective of hackers. And that one could be quite legitimate. There is some dangerous people on the internet. Don't disregard how dangerous people that know computers can be. Especially ones that probably get a little agitated when they shouldn't. Fun fact: a lot of members from like digital groups that actually anti-cybercrime actually usually start off at, well, not usually, I want to say in a lot of there are cases where they are cyber criminals and then they get hired because their expertise. That happens with other things too, like example is that movie about like the con man that played by Leonardo DiCaprio, that movie as well definitely sort of has that sort of thing as well. I will make fun of who Armin was on the internet. Catch Me If You Can. That movie was really good. I actually really liked that movie. If you guys haven't seen Catch Me If You Can, go check it out. Now, Little Nightmares. Now, this is a horror game, so if you don't like horror, maybe look away. Yeah, he had a career after stopping conmen afterwards. The fact that that's a real story, mostly, CJ, still blows my mind. There's some weird stuff about how that movie portrays certain things, and I think there is a weird morale around that sort of thing. But definitely, I think the story itself is very interesting and well told. So, big difference about Little Nightmares 2. Seems like there's a bit of co-op. So if you like a bit of co-op, perhaps you can have a horror-filled little journey together. Though I wonder whether or not doing a co-op version would actually reduce sort of the thrill of it. I think doing games like this by yourself kind of can be more terrifying, but I'm not sure. Maybe you can have a shared experience with someone. But one big thing is this is actually reminding me a lot more of not Limbo of the Lost, every single time. Limbo. Limbo of the Lost, a very different game, very weird game. Might play this after for stream later this year. I think this would be a good stream game. This would be very reactionary heavy. CJ knows Limbo. Okay, cool. Now, I did hear people say that this one isn't as in, like, I don't know, early things I heard was people didn't like this as much as the first one, but I think it's still good. I think maybe if you want to get it, maybe you look into it yourself, but yeah, I think it still looks alright. It still looks like that type of game. Dead Space made co-op creepy as fuck in 3? Okay, cool. So if you think it can work out, then that's probably fine. It was fun though? That's good. That's what it's all about. If you guys enjoy it, then that's literally all it is about. Oh my gosh, I get to talk about Nier. I love talking about Nier, especially with reincarnation soon on the way to the mobile, and I will probably have to close myself off from spoilers because it's going to be releasing in Japan very shortly. But I was satiated in worries because they hadn't talked about the English version of this game. I was fairly sure with how much they were putting into this that we would get an English version, but I was a little bit worried. Yes, we will be getting the mobile version of Nier Reincarnation in English, and they've just started doing all their recording and things like that. So don't worry, we will be getting more Yoko Taro outside of just remake, and I'm pretty happy. it can work, but I don't think many studios can get it right. I think it's hard when you do co-op because I think it can alleviate a little stress. So you just have to figure it out. Crash Bandicoot 4 Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X and PC versions announced. I'm not surprised. I feel like we're going to get a lot of late-end PS4, Xbox titles that are going to make their way over to the other platforms, and but PC is a bit surprising, but in some way or another. But still good. I kind of want to play this game eventually because people have said it really is like Crash 3 plus. Like it really does follow on for into Crash 4. So I probably will play it. Once I want to play Crash 3 on stream. So maybe I'll play Crash 3 on stream and then I'll play Crash 4 like a crazy person. But Crash for Smash? Crash would be fantastic for Smash. I still am shocked that he's not in the series, Al. Like, of all the icons, I would love to see like Spyro or something, but I think Crash is the one that I'm like, he needs to be in Smash, and it's a little frustrating that he hasn't quite made it there yet. I think streaming RE7 helped a lot, but I'm also feeling like the game stopped being scary, the part I'm up to. I think streaming RE7 has helped a lot, as in to reduce your fear or increase your fear, CJ, to enjoy the game. Yeah, I think the game's... I think from watching people's playthroughs, CJ, I think it becomes less scary later and then it becomes more RE, where it's like... Oh. I'm getting a call. 1 second, guys. Man, I'm sorry about that. I keep getting calls today. It's got to one of those days, and I'm back. More news. Boy, I'm Timmy. Help me play for Cowig. Tammy's very cute. I'm just trying to catch up in chat, sorry. RE7 has a drop later on because of Resident Evil. Too many action aspects to make it pure horror. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. PC port. Pepe W. Everyone feeling a bit Pepe W? I'm sorry. We're all a bit tired? I'm a bit tired. Alright. Back to this. So, yeah, Crash. Crash is cool. Probably will play Crash in the future. Weird news time. We're in weird news time. Would you buy a suit covered in Pokemon? I don't know who these are for. I don't know how many these would sell, but these things come up every now and then, and I don't get it. Have you guys seen clothes like this? Who's buying these? Who's buying these? What is this? What is this? Now, I know some people that would, but when would you wear it though, CJ? When are you buying this thing and when would you wear it? I'm fairly sure this is going in your cupboard. Like, what? Pokemon's cool, but this is a little weird. I would wear a dress with Pokemon all over it. But when are you going to wear this? What occasion are you going where you're wearing a Pokemon suit? I feel like if you're a shoutcaster or if you're a commentator for maybe Pokemon card games, then maybe you would. But else, when else are you wearing this thing? When are you wearing this? I wear it to weddings and funerals. So strange. Anyway, weird news of the day. This is a Glover thing. I already talked about it. But yes, Interactive releases early Glover ROM. So if you want that ROM, that's out there, guys. Demo 2 gameplay. So Demo 1 was a very charming game. I never played it. I really wanted to play it. And it made me excited to see what Demo 2 would bring to the table. But we have a teaser for Demo 2. Now, we knew it was slightly 3D, but we didn't know what degree. And I think that it actually doesn't look too bad. I think they've actually pulled it together in terms of like trying to capture the 2D art style again. So yes, if you don't know, it is a rhythm game, these games. And, oh, this song's good. It looks like now it's like a cathedral-esque piano at a train station? Huh. Okay, cool. Looks extremely charming, just like the first one. So I'm excited to see what people think of that one, because the first one's pretty beloved. So yeah, that's cool. Oh man, okay, so I already talked about this topic before. Square Enix Ever Crisis trademark has been filled in the US. Before, it was in Europe, and they had X amount of details. Like, we had a few ones trademarked, and it looks like they were just taking a shot at which ones they were going to have. We might be getting more Final Fantasy VII content. We're getting something called Ever Crisis, which Crisis Core and all the various spin-offs to Final Fantasy VII. Before Crisis, like, it could be related to the Turks, it could be related to Vincent. I don't know. I don't know what this is. But we are getting some more Final Fantasy VII content. They're going to bleed this pig dry. And, yeah. Also calls dibs in Australia in case trademarks gameplays. Okay. Interesting. But yeah. I actually honestly feel like Ever Crisis might be related to... It might be a prequel stuff. It's going to be about the guy with the spear, his prequel. It's going to be about Sid. I don't think we would ever get a prequel about Sid. I think it could be a prequel with Vincent to actually see what happened during the age when he rampaged and became a monster, and when he worked for Shinra and things like that. But, like, there's a high chance that this could just be related to Zack again. We could just get more Zack stuff for some reason. Or it actually... There's actually... So if you've actually played 7 Remake, you might know the ending. Spoilers, if you have not played that game, briefly going to touch on the fact that Zack may have a place in the plot post that game, and he might be doing his own thing. So that might be to that, because it's called Ever Crisis, and as in it continues on, so the crisis never ends. And there's a chance that might be also a reality, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. 8 Sith and Yuthi 50 years after the original game, slowly dying in an old folks' home. 8 Sith, you mean Rufus? Not Rufus. Shoot, what's Kate Sith's operator? I can't remember his name. But yes, Kate Sith, the cat puppet thing. I know, I'm talking about Kate Sith's operator. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what that is. Just be aware that that might be coming. Epic's new tool promises high-fidelity human characters in under an hour. What the fuck? Okay, so I talked about how crazy the new Epic engine is going to be. I showed it off a few times. Like, this thing's going to be bonkers. I want to watch this, but them showing off this tool, like, I've just seen a few screen grabs of what this can do, and it's pretty impressive. And them saying that just general people at a certain point could do this. Fudge! Wow. This one looks a little less. Some of them look way better than others. Some of them it's just the lighting. So they kind of from a distance have the Play-Doh, but that, look at that. Whoa! I think he looks amazing. Fuck, he's probably the best looking one we've seen. Just in that, but holy shit, hang on. I want to go back to those lips. Them lips, chat. Them lips. Check this out. Look at that! Oh, the fact that it pulls it in. Oh my god, how many muscles are in this fucking face? This is crazy. Hang on. I need to put that in slow motion. I need to see that again. Watch as it pulls. Look at that! Sorry for the slow motion talk. Holy shit, that's so good. Wow. We're getting there, chat. We're getting there. We're leaving the realm of just weird, uncanny to this is a little too real now. Like, look at all like the little details around the eyes, the paws. Like, we've gotten used to paws now. We're getting very good at that. Like, her skin is fantastic. I love her skin. You can sort of see with like sort of how blemishes work and stuff like that. It kind of looks a little overdone. The lighting's a little too harsh and it makes weird things. But if you look around like the eye area, that's super well done. The hair, still not quite right. Like, it looks a little too soft and a little funny to me. But yeah. He's beginning to believe. I think 2B's butt has more muscle pixels in it, but that's good too. Don't worry, we're gonna get high fidelity muscle butt tech at some point. Okay, that was a little creepy. I'm not sure I liked putting that in slow motion there. All right, let's have a look at the actual toolkit. So we've got a very Sims-like character creator situation. The fact that they have a character creator to this like level for humans. I wonder how it handles random generation. So I actually always wondered why this hadn't been in default for a very long time within video games and stuff. The fact that it's in so many video games, like you have a character creator. Shit! Oh my god, the eye movement. Oh my god. Whoa. Wow. I really like this. We're getting to a crazy, crazy point, guys. Oh my gosh. Strawberries, thank you for the host. Pixie, hey Pixie. What is this? This is the new Unreal Engine's character creator for like, well, human creator for making models and things for various video games. It's just the base built-in stuff. This is a part of the built-in, which is just nutty. I assume we're going to see a lot of the... Get used to seeing this style of face a lot, I feel like. But yeah, these are very good. This is like without any post adjustments either. This isn't like stylization or extra rendering stuff. Her face is amazing. Like, wow. This old person's very good too. Actually, this is some of the best old person skin I've seen in a while. But yeah, oh my god. Very excited. Like talked about, this generation is going to be a little crazy. We're now reaching a point where it's going to be hard to tell with photorealism, just not in terms of just environments, but thank you for shouting out Pixie. Daimono skin. Samurai. Hey Samurai. Oh, I've got news for both of you actually, considering this clip. I don't actually know what was happening in that clip, but they were playing Spiritfarer. The streamer couple, Pixie and Samurai, playing Spiritfarer together. They did finish it, I believe, but I do have some news for you two. I might actually go find that if I haven't. I think it's coming up somewhere. It's actually a little bit further in than I... There it is. I'll go grab that in a minute. But yes. Shit. I'm very excited. Epic's doing really good things. As much as you guys might have issues with them, they are still the best games engine for just general development anyway. You never finished it? Oh my god, really? Maybe I shouldn't talk about it then. Old person skin, you mind my skin? What the fuck, guys? You come in here and then you hassle me? What is this? Yes, it's about my skin. But, because both Pixie and Samurai are here, I'm gonna have some water. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have triple water. Thank you, strawberries. Four water. Thank you, strawberries. Oh my god. We are in lockdown again? Hang on. Five water. Wait, what happened? Hang on, CJ. I'll probably have to talk to you about this after that, I think, man. If that's literally what you've just said is real, then that might change plans, possibly. That's not good. My wrinkly skin. No! Is this because I'm old? Somehow I'm old and I need water? You guys are the worst. I'm gonna have a drink. Someone post me a funny meme that we can watch while I drink. It's a proper hydrate. I haven't had a proper hydrate in a while. I will say that. Funny meme? This is the funny meme? What funny meme have you given me, CJ? It's better be good. I'm doing this. This is a blind meme. I'm trusting you here.
Okay. Boomer. Whatever you say.
Okie dokie, Boomer.
Typical politician. Big cock, but no cock. What?
Big cock, no cum. Oh my god. If you guys didn't watch Spooky's short playthrough, or play he did of Metal Gear Rising, he does a very good Raiden. So if you guys don't know, Spooky is a voice actor, amongst everything else, because he's an incredible human. And he does a pretty fucking good Raiden. I'd love to do a Raiden voice. I think that his voice actor is just very, very good. I'm in love with Rising. Heals. Rising is amazing. Everyone should go play that game. But yes, alright, back to what we were talking about. For Pixie and Samurai, Spiritfarer is actually having a post-launch update roadmap. So they're actually adding additional content. I did not realize this game was getting additional content. They're getting, there's Lily, Beverly, and Jackie and Daria. I have no idea what this means. There's new spirit, two new spirits, more story content, co-op improvement, quality of life. There's stuff. There's more stuff. More kitty hugs, more boats and recipes, new islands. I assume this is you guys understand this better than I did, but yeah, I think it's interesting and exciting. Oh my god, Pixie, you have a juice box emote. Oh my god, that's super cute. Why are you sad when you're drinking a juice box? I'll never finish it if they keep updating. I love that you've combined it as sad emote and juice box. sad sippies. I do love the kitty emote. If you guys haven't seen, Pixie and Samurai now have a shared emote with both their characters together, having a little snuggle. Have you not seen Peepo Juicebox? Oh, Peepo Juicebox does have the cry. I guess that's true. Yeah. Suck it up. No suck. Too much suck. Suck it. This was actually meant to be amongst the other presentation news stuff. So New Game Plus, which is a very Japanese expo, they are actually going to be doing their March presentation, which has quite a few companies I give a damn about. We have ArcSys, Koei Tecmo, Natsume, NIS, Arc System. Fuck, Arc System is probably going to have a lot of stuff in that. Intelli, Playism, PM Studios, I don't actually know who that is, Idea Factory, and Gung Ho America. So yeah, if you like Japanese games, you should probably check out this presentation. But yes, that'll be happening in March 2021. I don't know if they've got a specific date. On the 4th, yes. Shit, that's pretty soon. Holy crap, that's not that far away. Alright, cool. I'm excited. No, I'm not saying that aloud, Samurai. Samurai, you need to chill out, you horny boy. Pixie gives me shit. You just get blatant away with this stuff. When I put in lots of water redeems, oh my god. It's me. It's got me and my little juice box. Guys, I need a little sippy straw just to get all this water down. Alright. You know what time for? Sonic! I like Sonic. I like nostalgia. I don't know if I want to watch this movie, but that first movie just totally didn't look for me, but it made crazy fucking numbers. So of course they're having a second Sonic movie, and this time they're doing Sonic 2. Sonic 2, the game, Sonic 2 brings in Tails, and the logo has Tails in it, and I think this is super fucking cute. I actually really like this, and I really like Tails, so... that music really got me. This little jingle, I watched it, and I'm like, ah, shit, they hit me right in the nostalgia. April 8th, 2022. So we've still got like a year to go. So long time for development for it this time around, and maybe it'll be okay. I have no hopes. I don't really know if I would want to watch it, but I really like that logo. I just wanted to talk about the logo. I never watched the Sonic movie yet. You should, yeah, you guys should watch it and report back to me, because I'm not going to watch it. Jim Carrey done did it. It looked very, very generic-y sort of movie to me, so I wasn't down to clown with it. But if they put them all in a full like CG world, or a world that is phantasmal, then I will give a damn. But just having them in the human world, I do not care. I know it's cheap in some way, but I do not care. Right. I realized Al actually mentioned something earlier, and I didn't get to talk about it. But Tales of the Borderland returns to digital storefronts in February. If you guys don't know, Tales of the Borderland was a game made by Telltale Games, who went under. A whole heap of bad shit happened with them, and the IPs kind of got stuck, lost, things got pulled down, their stores got removed. But we're getting it returned, which this apparently is a good story. Apparently this Telltale game, actually people think it's more enjoyable of a story than the actual Borderlands games have been for a little bit. But I haven't played it. I kind of want to play it, but we'll see. Now that it's coming back on February 17th. That's actually not very far away. That's only 5 days away, so yeah. But on that note, I haven't actually grabbed the article, I don't believe, but apparently it's just been revealed that Jack Black is going to be playing Claptrap in the movie. I forgot that there was a movie getting made, but I'm fairly sure that won't get finished. But we'll see. I mean, to do a Borderlands movie kind of works. So we'll see. We'll see if anyone actually checks that out, or if that even gets finished. Bravely Default 2 trailer shames you into using Bravely. I haven't actually watched this trailer, by the way, but I heard people talk about this one, so I kind of want to watch it. I still hate the art style. It looks like they're sticking with the shaders, unfortunately, but I really like Bravely Default. I'm really looking forward to 2.
Welcome, adventure seekers, to the Brave.
Oh, I like this voice.
2 game. As we travel through this vast world, it is
Ooh, that looked a little
crucial that you are
crunchy.
prepared for battle at all times. Speak of the devil. Fear not, for our heroes are strong enough to handle these foul beasts.
Too easy.
Precisely. And it is all thanks to the Brave command, which lets you unleash multiple actions in one turn. With this, the enemy stands no chance of
So yes,
winning.
if you don't know how to use
Or
Brave,
so it would seem. Ignoring the default command, I see. Not taking a defensive stance and accumulating Brave points may have some dire consequences down the road if you don't use this wisely. Or at all, for that matter.
wow, she straight up is like shitting on the players. That's so funny.
I'm afraid
'Cause people talked about how hard they found Bravely at times.
all the time may not work here. Oh, you truly believe it'll work here as well? I wouldn't, but if you must. Quite unfortunate. For you see, using the default command is important. And what's more, alternating between using Brave and default in tough battles is vital to.
So hang on, what is... I still don't quite know what default is, because default is the new mechanic. So is default just an auto action, or is it a guard? I don't really understand. Does it cause you to get more Brave back? It just looks like defend. Default was in the first game, it's like guard? It was? Oh man, I totally don't remember it being called default then.
Bravely default 2.
It generates Brave. Okay, so it's just guard. Alright, yeah. I honestly don't remember it being called that. Bravely Second? I didn't actually play Bravely Second class. I do want to. Apparently it's okay. Some people really like it, some people like eh. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this game. It looks pretty fucking cool. Pog, was that the first town? I thought that too, actually, Strawberries. I think we are returning to the same world fully. So I don't know how far in the future it is though. The new guy with the pompadour is an Aussie called Bazza. I know, it's so weird, CJ. I don't know why they've done that. He does not look like an Australian to me. It's very strange. Maybe it was called differently for Australia? No, I'm fairly sure it was called Default, but I just don't remember. It's been a long time since I've played Bravely. So, but yeah, I was enjoying Bravely Default Flying Fairy, and then it just kept fucking going, and I couldn't. I really enjoyed it. I really want to play it again, and maybe also play second. Yeah, the fact that I didn't play second, I don't know. Oh my god, I get to talk about Guilty Gear again. Guilty Gear! This is a long news segment. I did mention it probably would be. But, so, Zato and Eddie bring back the action in Guilty Gear. There is a lot of stuff with Guilty Gear. I'm going to go to the YouTube channel instead because a lot of things happened. If you have been following Strive, we have a lot of video to watch. So... Not sure why I'm not subscribed on this channel, but here we go. So, Axel versus Ramlethal, Kai versus Giovanna, Sol versus Nagaryuki. We also have a series of tutorials for certain characters, including Ram, which only just came out 30 minutes ago, and I want to watch this, so we're going to watch this. But if you want to break into some of these characters that we don't know how the changes are going to work for them, and some new characters for Guilty Gear Strive, there is video up, and it's very exciting. What the fuck is this, CJ? Do I want to click on this? Sometimes I worry about looking at links that you give me. Oh my girl Jam. Why have you... I mean, not Jam, Jacko. By the way, Jacko is my favorite Guilty Gear character. If you guys have not seen her, she's amazing. She's such a cutie. I don't think she is coming back because of what the end of Revelator did. I think I've lost my girl Jacko, but she might come back. But yeah, I worked it out. I'm not sure JRPGs for me. JRPGs are not for a lot of people, I find, unfortunately. But it's okay. I beat it in the end, but it was so much fun. I'm in the same boat with you. I might play. I probably will play it again. You figured it out? You figured out that I really like Jacko. I love Jacko. She's really fun. But yes, I won't go and watch these, but if you want to go watch how the game works, I might actually... So Nagoriyuki is one of the new main ones, and he's probably the one I will play. I actually play a bit of Soul, so this was an interesting watch. But the person who played... I find that the two players are not even. One, in each of the videos, one's better than the other. And there's some other footage of different combinations, other than what's on the Arxis YouTube channel. So if you want to watch more, there's definitely more there. But the game looks way better. I think it looks super clean now. I think the UI still fucking sucks, but at least it's legible. There's so much shit on the screen though, UI-wise. It's just, it's too much. But these battles are very fast. Damage is super fucking high in this version. But Nagoriyuki looks pretty cool. He's got like a blood meter and stuff like that. But yeah, these battles are super clumsy. They've obviously just got to slap two people together. Because they're actual matches. They don't look like they're, because they whiff combos and stuff. Like, that's a full combo. That was good. It was good. And look at the damage, and it was quite nice. But, Nagoriyuki looking pretty slow. Not gonna lie. Is this on full resolution? It is. Bandit Bringer. There's a dust loop. We haven't, not dust loop. We actually get to see a dust follow-up, and it transitions. And it does a lot of damage, so. Yeah. Instead of watching that, I'm going to watch these tutorials. There's these cool little tutorials, but specifically the reason I was waiting for, unlike Milia and Zato and Milia look really good, but we kind of knew how they functioned just from stuff we had seen already, and we're like, all right, it's not. They're both mostly the same. Ram has been reworked pretty substantially, I will say, and yeah, I kind of want to watch this just to see how they've changed her. I'll check out that video in a second, CJ. So yeah, these starter guides aren't too bad. They show you all the buttons and everything, so...
Due to the long reach and wide area her sword attacks cover, she dominates the battle at mid-range.
Alright, so she still has her overhead, which is really good.
Bayonetto. Rem Lethal sends out sword quickly in this powerful projectile move.
Is that how Bayonetto... Is that really how it's spelled? I didn't know that's how it was spelled.
The sword hits the corner of the stage. It explodes, dealing...
So this is the new move that we've been seeing. There's just sword explosions. You just throw the swords away.
You need to either wait for a set period of time or approach it and pick it up before it can be...
Okay, so it is... They are just going and picking it up, and... Okay, and it looked like a pretty long time to get your sword back. That's new and really big.
Rem Lethal moves rapidly, performing a lunging...
Sorry, did he just call her Ram Lethal? Ram Lethal. Ram Lethal, not Ram Lethal.
It can be cancelled into from normal moves, making for a string. It launches the opponent farther up if it hits him while they're midair, so you can follow up with a combo.
Okay.
Sildo Detro. Rem Lethal leaps...
Sorry, we're now in tutorial mode, guys. Now, because I was just far too curious. So that moves back, but look, she doesn't use the swords anymore.
Down on hit.
She just strikes.
Block while crouching.
So Ram had a lot of change because of how the story went. At the end, she's become a lot weaker. So I imagine that that's probably something to do with why she's not using her swords properly.
Subarbrato. An extremely damaging attack. It also has a quite long range, so you can...
So we still have Ram's reach, which is good to some regard.
The damage dealt
She can't place her swords though. It looks like they've straight up removed the ability to place the swords and just like hold portions of the screen.
And can't be cancelled into from any other moves, so use it sparingly at mid-range.
Wall break.
Rem Lethal moves forward slightly as
I don't like how he says Ram Lethal. I wonder if anyone in the comments is having the same issue I'm having.
Putting quarter circle back punch. The third move knocks the opponent down on hit. The first move can be dash cancel.
Yeah, I think she's just a lot more shorter range than she used to be.
An aerial attack with long
I think they've weirdly changed her. She's either really wide or really short. I don't think she has any placement. That really changes how she plays, like completely. She's not even doing like the dive attacks and stuff either. Yeah, and it's just showing off the supers. Fuck, they've really changed her. They've made her so much simpler. Look at a cute little face though. I love that super. That little face she has when she gets kind of chubby cheeks.
Calvados. Lethal sends out a powerful,
Look at that little face. That's very cute. I like that.
multi-hit projectile that reaches the other side.
Ram's
of the
allowed to be
screen.
happy now, guys, so
This move can cancel
this is
out
okay.
almost any of the opponent's projectiles, and deals a good amount of chip damage, even when blocked.
Yeah, it's just a big super beam.
If there are any unequipped swords, they will be retrieved automatically. This attack works
Okay,
great
so
on
you
a
don't have any
formidable
fear
opponent
of
from a distance.
losing sword damage.
Mortabato, an extremely damaging attack that's invincible on startup.
What is that?
Damage changes depending on the number of swords you have equipped.
It's
The
just a
range and
close
damage
range
becomes
burst?
+4 when you have none left.
Huh.
It has
Okay.
fast startup, so you can use it in combos to deal big damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a combo finisher.
Use the wide range her sword attacks cover to your advantage by hitting the opponent with the edge of her attacks at mid-range. Her standing far slash
Where's
and
this
standing heavy slash
second
attacks
sword in
make
that
good grounding
one?
pokes. When the opponent tries to avoid the
Yeah,
combo,
she
you
plays
can
super
fight
different.
them.
I don't know if people are gonna
Here
like
them
this. I
forward
feel sorry for
push.
Ram mains.
You can even follow up with her aerial slash attack.
She looks like she plays just
When you got
kinda-
the opponent
kinda
in the corner,
eh.
get your offense going with the
Meow.
heavy slash version of Bayonetto. You can
What's
get
the?
two
Hang on, I want to
attacks
see the like dislike bar. It's pretty okay right now. The range and damage become quite poor when you have none left. She dominates at mid-range, throws away swords. Well, shit. Yeah, what the fuck? This is so weird. Everyone's making fun of how he pronounces her name until it's actually how it's pronounced in the dub. No, is it? Is that how it's pronounced in the dub? Oh shit, I forgot that they're gonna get a dub for this. Wait, are they getting a dub? What? Also, she has no pants. She doesn't need pants. She's a Valentine. She can do what she wants. I'm disturbed he's mispronouncing my main girl's name. Told you, I knew people would comment on that. Sip of water, thank you, Al. Ram's very cute though. She's very sweet. I really like the Guilty Gear story, guys. If you've never watched it, if you wanted just a good anime, just watch Guilty Gear anime stuff. What is this? Oh my god, you linked me a Munchie video, CJ. Thank you. Yes. Look at my girl. Never mind. It's all about. If you've never seen Munchie's videos. Munchie's very good. If you've not subscribed to this guy, he's very funny. I really like him. He's on Twitter as well. But yeah, if you guys want to see more about Strive, go check out the channel right now. There's more stuff. The beta is coming out today, sometime soon. It's coming out soon. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but if you want to get in on the beta, it'll be very good. I'm excited. All right. I realize I got to finish off the news. We actually got to do the news, guys. I can't just keep meandering about in Guilty Gear land. So, Famitsu sales. This is mostly so I could talk about this game. That is currently got a little screenshot for. So I don't really talk about Japan sales or certain area sales unless specific reasons, and I need to. Momotaro Densatsu why can't I say this word? Momotaro Dentetsu Showa. Wow, is this the full title? Hang on, is this the full title? Showa Heisei Reiwa Mo Eiban. That is the full title. I didn't realize that was the full title. I thought that was, but so this is a board game that uses little trains. It's very cute. I'm very excited to play it, but it's only in Japan. There are other versions of these types of games that have come out. This is a long-running series. I've enjoyed. There's one that I've actually talked about in the past that I wanted to play on stream. But my point being, this game is doing killer numbers in Japan. This has been the top-selling game for the past 3 weeks since its release. This game is crazy popular in Japan right now. I would like a localized version of this because it is very fun. Basically, it's like you buy it like towns. It's kind of like Mario Party-esque in a sense. It's a very much a board game sort of style game. You have little monsters that you get and you have to go fight bosses and you buy like investments and then you're gonna have to, you just travel Japan. It's very cool. I really like that series and it's doing crazy numbers in Japan. I really just want this to come over. Speaking of big numbers, Valheim. A game that kind of came out of nowhere and has done crazy numbers again. I think we're having the Twitch syndrome again. Twitch YouTube, maybe. So I was talking to CJ about this yesterday. So this game, Valheim, it's kind of a very, almost like pixel 2, like it looks like a PlayStation game. And it's just come out on Steam in early access. And it's already done 1 million sales. 1 million sales for an early access game. This is crazy. I cannot believe that it's already doing this big. And I assume that it has something to do with social media stuff and people looking for multiplayer games right now, but that's fucking crazy. It's very much a Rust style game where you just build, craft, Conan the Barbarian, all those sort of ones. And it's just got like a sort of low res look to it, sort of a pixel sort of look, pixelated sort of styling on it. But it looks okay. It doesn't look necessarily like my type of game, but it really is killing. Even my girlfriend came out before and asked if I knew this game. Yeah. I don't understand what's going on. I really don't. It's meant to be Norse based, but I've seen not almost anything about this. She is a gamer, but well, the thing is, I think that it's hitting the right notes right now, and I think that does a lot when it comes to a game like this, because a multiplayer experience where people want to set up servers and play together needs to have the correct formula for multiplayer. Like, they need to get their right coverage, otherwise it just fails. And I think that somehow lightning has struck, it just keeps striking. There is a storm above the world right now, striking so many games and blowing them out of proportion. And this is just another one. I just hadn't expected this. Not to talk down the game's content or any way, but it does look like another one of those types of games we've seen before, so. Oh. Alright. Pokemon's weird right now. Have you guys been noticing Pokemon's been getting a little weird? I don't know what the fuck this is. But, yeah. So, I can't remember. There was another artist. It wasn't Lady Gaga. It was Miley Cyrus. It was someone. I can't remember who it was. They were doing a concert or something. But now, I don't know what happened to that. I don't know if that actually happened. But now we have a Post Malone Pokemon Day concert thing. What the fuck is this? Okay. Do Pokemon fans know who this is? I don't really know anything about this dude, by the way. He's totally not in my wheelhouse. Just looking at him, he does not look like the type of person that would be the face of a Pokemon thing. It's very weird. He hurts to look at. It's really intense, his look. But it doesn't look like the soft Pokemon look that I would imagine. He sounds like a deli meat at Post Malone. I literally haven't heard any of his music. I don't think I have. I have no idea. He done the Sunflower song. Oh, he's the Sunflower guy. Interesting. That song's alright. But yeah, I haven't watched this. I don't know if I can watch this because I might get DMCA'd, but like, again, like, he does not look like the face of a Pokemon video.
It's you, the fans, that make all this possible. It's been a wild journey so far.
Pokemon, that looks more Get 5 shit? What? He's a popular music artist. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It's more about the image for Pokemon. Okay. I don't really understand. What is the point of these as well? I don't really understand this. He looks like GTA. Yeah, I would, like, to me, he looks like someone from GTA, if you asked me. But I have no idea. I just shouted to Amanda, Post Malone is doing this. She's laughing from the other room. I know, this is just super bizarre. Is this something that Pokemon people want? Look, by the way, just to clarify, Pokemon fans are generally under the age of 18. So, if that's really big with, like, say, the, I don't know, sub 15-year-olds, then that makes sense to me. But anyone above, I don't know how this is going to make the money. I'm low-key hyped for this. He has chubby cheeks. He does have chubby cheeks. That looked like the Sims. He does kind of look like a Sims character. Man, even that would make more sense. Strawberries, what you've just said makes more sense to me than Pokemon. If there was a concept for the Sims with Post Malone, that would make sense to me. Why is this happening? Why have we now got like real world celebrities? Like, whatever. I don't know. I don't really understand what's happening right now, but that's happening. I don't feel like Pokemon necessarily to do this, but that's just me. That's just me, I guess. I mean, I don't even get Pokemon Go, so you know, whatever. I thought this was The Sims, but I saw the title. Yeah, that was very weird. You'll have to report in. Al, report in to me how this goes. Dude, Young Gravy X Pokemon should be the next grabber. Who the fuck is Young Gravy? Are these rappers? I assume these are rappers. Rip, if they did it for The Sims before with famous people? Oh, did they? That makes more sense to me. The motherfucker has an Articuno chain. Yeah, but even if he is, that doesn't mean that necessarily represents... I don't know if that necessarily is crossed wires, like, in terms of what content should go together. But that might be just me. He looks like Sid from Toy Story, but if he was mixed with tattoos and had a mustache. Oh god, I don't know. It's just very weird to me. It's such a strange combination. Anyway, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart will debut June 2021. Yeah, so Ratchet and Clank has actually got an announcement date. It looks like we're getting it June. This is a game that people were very excited for on release, but it got very heavily delayed. But yeah. It looks really good. This looks like a very impressive PS5 game. It was the one I said blew my pants off when I watched the previews for the new gen consoles. This one definitely is the one that I was excited for. Even though I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game. Going back to lurk mode, no problem, Cerberus. Young Gravy is one of the few YouTube artists with a Twitch following, 90% sure. I mean, I guess that's the thing. If they're just banking on that, I just feel like it's weird branding. Oh? Yeah, game still looks good. I'm excited for it. Hopefully it's fun. I don't know if I will get it, but it looks pretty cool. Giving 90s hip-hop New York Pokemon game, get RZA to do the music. The whole thing is a Nuzlocke Pikachu has a gun. There's blood and guts, drugs and sex. Open world carjacking, drug making, lots of guns. CJ, I feel like you saying that is one of those real fucking cliches people talk about. It's like, I want like an adult, gritty version of this thing. And everyone says it. It's this weird cliche that you always hear people talking about. I love that. They tried to do that so often with a heap of things. Look at a good example is, do you guys remember the Power Rangers movie? That weird one they did? Like, it doesn't work. Like, don't do that. And people always suggest it. It's this super easy... Just suggest that to people. Pokemon is for kids. Pokemon is for kids, 100%. And it's for a child's heart. And the thing is, that dude does not convey necessarily like he doesn't have a child's heart. But what I don't know about it is just his visual element, and what I just saw there. Not knowing anything about the guy does not parallel to me to what Pokemon is. Pokemon does have punks and thugs. Example in Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield literally has a group that are just thugs. Like that cheer for Marnie, I believe her name is, and they are like, they're cool. Like it's sort of that weird soft punk. Like they're like, oh, rebellious. Oh, we're Team Rocket, but it's like it's very cheesy, dumb fun. It's not real world like gritty in any form or another. And it's like I don't know at what point where it feels like this doesn't feel quite right to me, and that one might be overstepping the mark, but. I don't know that dude's music. Maybe he's got really wholesome fucking music. Post Malone might be like the most wholesome motherfucker alive, but that visual of me just seeing like that might be one of those things that it's like he's trying to be a juxtapose, which he's trying to break people's visual molds, which is good if that's what he's doing, but just on sight, that does not seem like the type of thing of me where I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, I just probably am sounding like an old man, so we're gonna move on. Super Monkey Ball like Paper Ball Deluxe is coming to Switch on March 25th. So I knew Spooky really, really loves Monkey Ball, and he was talking about he wants a new Monkey Ball, and maybe here's an answer for that. I might have a look at this. I hadn't actually seen this game before. Pokemon Sword and Shield should have been... Oh no, there's talking. I don't really want talking. I don't really want to hear talking. Yeah, it's straight up to Monkey Ball game. It looks like a Monkey Ball game. Wow, it definitely looks indie, that's for sure. It looks like it's from the the N64 era. What the heck? Look how low res everything is. I know it's meant to be paper, but why are all the models so low detailed? Why is everything so low detail? I guess this is their choice of art style? I mean, it looks okay. It looks like Monkey Ball, so... I mean, it just looks like one of those types of games. Real-time cooler world. Fuck Monkey Ball. My favorite monkey game is Ape Escape. I don't think we're ever seeing Ape Escape ever again, CJ. Yeah, it looks like... That looks cute. So, that's for Spooky. If Spooky wants to play a thing, maybe he could look into that. Wow, polygons. There was a lot of polygons. Don't you fucking say that. Look, when Konami wants to play with the big boys again and actually make video games, then maybe. Or if they ever decide to sell off IPs. But at this stage, not happening. Pokemon Sword and Shield should be set in the troubles where the evil gang is the IRA and they are car bombings, killing people, and Pokemon and your dad is killed, so you have to go out in the world and find his killer, but you join the IRA? This feels like a weird warped version of that plot movie. That movie was weird. I wasn't a big fan of that Pokemon movie. It was kind of weird. Fuck Konami? Yeah, I know. Godfall Primal update now available. Ape Escape isn't Konami? Am I wrong? Hang on. Hang on. Ape Escape. Who owns Ape Escape? Oh, it's Sony Interactive directly. Oh, I didn't realize it was just Sony. Oh. Then that might have a possibility. Hey Prince, how you going, man? Man, my chat's just mods today. We just got mod chat going on. How you doing, man? Yeah, okay, that's weird. I didn't realize that. So, I mean, that is possible, CJ. I guess, maybe. I doubt it. Gonna set up a Twitter bot to ask for Ape Escape? Go for it, man. We'll see how fast that thing gets blocked and banned. Godfall Primal update now available. Mod chat. And see, you've freed me from the mod chat. It was only mods for the longest time there. Mod chat pog. So I didn't actually play Godfall. I talked about being excited for this game, and then when it came out, people were like, pretty rough. This is a pretty rough game, and it has a lot of issues. But yeah. I kind of still want to play it. There's some part of me that still wants to check this game out, but I'm being very patient with it. This game looks like it has a lacking substance, and it looks like it doesn't feel very good. I don't want to see your faces. I don't need to see devs right now.
You will be able to check out all of these effects in our new detailed course. Pretty sweet.
I usually like devs talking. Wow, this is just straight up this dude's house. Look, he's got Overwatch, he's got Pokemon. Wow, this dude's just got his nerd shit everywhere. I like that we're just in his room. This would be like if you guys saw into my room. This guy's too intense. Look at how intense this dude is. Whoa, hang on, what the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, do you know what this is? This man has... Whoa, he's got two of them. What the fuck? These are very limited edition, expensive ass, Blizzard ass statues. What? This man, very, very into Blizzard. Those are very expensive statues right there. I've been around for almost a year. You guys can just look at this man's face while I talk. Yeah, it's almost been a year. I'm hoping to celebrate my full year, Armin, with a lot of stuff. I'm hoping that can be a big celebration, but we'll see. We're finally getting Skate 4. Skate 4, please. Just keep messaging him. Just CJ, go nuts. Godfall pissed me off. Did you actually play it, Prince? I didn't actually play it. I was wanting to play it, but I think it would rub me the wrong way, maybe. Just with how it feels. It looks like it would feel kind of not great. It kind of looks like it has almost a Destiny sort of movement to it in a sense and look. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say if I would like that one. Gearbox, I know, that's the thing, CJ. Like, this is the first time they're doing something like this, and it's hard to say if it's good. It's a looter fight, like a looter action game, but I don't know. Time to get some Valentine's chocolate? Valentine's chocolate. Man, you guys have been with me for a long time. It's a long journey. Damn, that art's really nice. I still really like some of the art aesthetic stuff to it, but... Yeah, so, anyway, sorry. This is a update to the game, so this is... Wait, 2.4? Hang on, version 2.4? How are they on version 2.4 already? What? Shouldn't that be 1.4? What happened to version 1? What? Did they release an expansion? Well, hang on, what's happening here? I'm so confused now. Man, I'm happy I expected that Godfall was going to be shit. Yeah, I had reserved thoughts about this one. I forgot that isn't accurate. Yes, for you, Armin, it's a little bit different. Oh, okay, cool. We get to talk about stuff. Okay. We're actually probably going to be doing 2 hours of news today. Sorry, I really wasn't expecting... Like, this one has gone a little bit longer than I was intending. So... God, my USB have fallen out of my pocket at the medieval times of shit. Shit, magician. Oh god, thank you CJ for knowing that fact. I haven't gotten to talk about that on stream, but yes. Some funny stuff with Gearbox, in particular their CEO. Man, I would have ribbed into that so bad when that actually got revealed. Fuck me. Anyway, if you want to know about the story, maybe go Google what CJ just said. Street Fighter. So Street Fighter had a big old reveal session yesterday, and they did quite a lot. So the new season pass, they've put in a lot of stuff. They've stated that going to Randy Pitchford is the most chaotic forces in the world. I wouldn't call him as chaotic. I would put him as evil. Put him as he's pretty fucked, and he says a lot of dumb shit. Really don't like that guy, and it's unsettling that he still has such a control over Gearbox, which I did kind of like them, so yeah. Anyway, yes, back to Street Fighter. Marina of Fortune. So it's a new stage, Marina of Fortune. There's a new mechanic called V-Shift, and 11. A new character called 11, but he's not properly a character, which I'll explain shortly. So there's a Hyper Premium Pass stuff that you can guys get. If you want to play the new Street Fighter 5 stuff, this might be interesting to you. Dan Hibiki is coming out in February. Rose is coming out later. I don't think she's coming out at the same time. V-Shift will be coming out, as well as a whole heap of Season 5 stuff. Randy Dickford. He's just... Man, do you know... Okay. I don't want to harp too much about Randy Pitchford, but have you guys seen Angriest Pat and Randy Pitchford just like having fights over Twitter? It's been pretty funny. He shouldn't be allowed on Twitter, Randy Pitchford. Says a lot of dumb shit. Yeah. I like that he's had like arguments with internet personalities and losers in a lot of cases. It's really funny. Armin's been following for 10 months and 5 days. It's a long time. It's been a long journey, Armin, and it's only just beginning. The Stranger Things girl? Stranger Things girl? I don't know what you mean about that. Are you talking about the thing for Are you talking about Stranger Things girl as in the thing that was for a movie was coming out? Maybe? Tanuki! Hey Tanuki, how you going? 11. Yes. Alright, I'll talk about 11. There's a lot to break down here, but 11's probably the thing I want to talk about the most here. So Dan's our man. He's back. Rose is back. The other half of Bison, M. Bison. Which, Vega. It's hard. I don't know which one to go with these days. Oro. He is returning, and he's got both arms, if you haven't seen that. Akira from, is it Skullgirl's fighter? I can't remember which fighter she's from. She's from a different one. And question mark, question mark, question mark. So we're getting another character, but we don't know. But 11 was leaked yesterday or the day before as an extra character, but he's not actually a character. And I hope that this has more details about it. Good, and you? I'm doing pretty well. We've done like 2 hours of news today. So I'm trying my best to get through it. We're almost done. We're right towards the end, guys. So hold on. So yeah, Dan's our man. The cheesy, terrible, bad Muay Thai fighter. The joke character of Street Fighter series has returned finally. It took so long. I actually am not bad with Dan. He's actually a pretty fun character to play. I probably won't return to Street Fighter 5 for Dan, but yeah. He looks like Dan, pretty much. And then we have some Rose stuff, but I don't think they got any footage. Do they not have any footage? No, they do have. Alright, some Rose footage. Rose is pretty fun. So she's like a reflect projectile character. She has a lot of Bison abilities. She's pretty cool. She fights with a scarf. She is literally a JoJo character. She is based on a JoJo character. There is actually a couple of characters in Street Fighter are based on JoJo characters. What's the DPS class for 14 new expansion? Are you talking? All right, Tanuki. Are you talking about the healer one, or are you talking about the DPS one? Because the healer one is the Sage, which we've talked about, which is the healer with shields. The DPS one has been leaked, and supposedly we know what it is. So if you guys don't want to know, maybe just skip over this portion, or just maybe close your ears for a moment. But there is the conceptual of... Not going to tell you. You have to wait. We're pretty sure we know what it is, but I won't say on stream just for people who might not want to hear it. Did I hear JoJo? You did hear JoJo, Firewolf. So Lisa is really, if you look at Rose, she's Lisa, without a doubt. But yeah, so that's two of the characters. Why is... Oh, this is showing off the stage. I don't know why it's so zoomed out. Why the fuck have they zoomed out the stage like this? Wow, this looks like a BlazBlue stage. It doesn't look like a Street Fighter stage. So new mechanic V-Shift. So I haven't actually read this. I haven't had time to read this. So this only got announced, guys. Is that a JoJo reference? It's a JoJo reference. So a new system called V system called V-Shift. A new defensive mechanic that will be available for players for free, along with a new battle pass balance update. Will get you out of situations at the cost of 1 V-gauge. Unlike a V-reversal, a V-shift can be executed at nearly any moment in a match, and will make you fully invincible to attacks, throws, projectiles for a short time. So it gives you armor. After a successful V-shift triggers a slow motion effect, allowing you to react to your opponent and punish them. Be careful, because if you use it openly with no attacks coming, you'll just lose a full bar of V-gauge. Interesting. I kind of want to see this in motion. Do they have it in motion? They don't. Shit. So it looks like a counter, a slow-mo counter. Interesting. I recommend Little White Mares 2. It's really good. We were actually talking about it just before. Off to Simp for Jacktrap. Have a wonderful stream, you beautiful guy. Thank you, Al. Yes, Al, I did talk about that a little bit. So yeah, Jack Black is supposedly going to be playing Claptrap. 1 second, guys. Alright, back. So, where were we? Right. Now, so here's the weird one. So a leak happened yesterday or the day before, about 11. So if you've played Street Fighter 3, there is a character called 12. 12 is a character that is a magical abomination that has been put together in a lab that can mimic people's moves. He steals moves in a sense. However, we already have that character in Street Fighter 5 for some reason, which is the prototype version of Seth, who was a character from Street Fighter 4. So when this character leaked, we really didn't know how he would function, because if he is the precursor to 12, how would they have a character that mimics moves if he just mimics moves? Looks like they decided to go in a weird direction. This is not a normal version of a clone character. He's just a weird Play-Doh man that literally doesn't exist. You can't play as 11. He may have a model, he may have a point on the screen, but he's actually the random select. They've gone in a really weird direction. So if you ever pick a random character now, he will straight up just be a random character. And really strange. I wasn't expecting this. I kind of like it, I kind of dislike it. Because if you can't select random now without being a Play-Doh person, I think. I'm fairly sure. I don't think you can have... Maybe you can turn off random 11, but I'm not sure you can. It sounds like Tekken's treating Mokujin. It sounds like Mokujin, yeah. Yeah, he's pretty much Mokujin.
11.
So watch this. 11 selected. Now he's just two characters. And they get a weird monster voice. There's a lot of modulated voices in 5 for some reason. But yeah. That's literally all it is, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of weird because we really didn't know how they were going to approach 11 being added to the game, but it makes sense. There's a new grid stage alternative, but yeah, it's a pretty big update. This is a pretty big season pass drop of information, and I think that's not a bad way for a fighting game to do it. But they had to hold off quite a lot to be able to do that. So yeah, Street Fighter 5 is at. I think this is the final set of content DLC. So. If you want the the complete edition, it will give you a lot of shit. Moving on, we really don't have much left. Chivalry 2 launches June 8th in closed beta test set for March 26th to March 29th. Now, Chivalry 2 has been in development for a while, and it's kind of taken a very long time to get to this point. And, yeah... I kind of am worried because of the fact it's taken so long. But I'm kind of excited to play it because I did like Chivalry 1. I kind of like War of the Roses and all those. But I'm not sure I want to play a type of game like this again. So they really going to have to do something interesting, I think, to bring me into a beta like this again or play a game like this again. Because I don't know what they could change. It looks like they're going to be focusing more on like more big battlefield elements, which is more what War of the Roses and stuff were. But it's still not mounted combat. It's still just very target objective based combat. I don't need to see the devs right now. But yeah, there's a few games that like Mordhau came out and stuff where it's like they've adapted and improved stuff. So I don't know if they're all going to take from each other and it's just they're all going to be very iterative. But like... If you like this type of game, you probably are pretty excited for this, but I feel like once you've played a few hours of this game, you kind of know what these games are. Whoa, what the weird treasure thing? Yeah, if you showed me this to me, I would be like, oh, is this just more Chivalry 1? But yeah. That looks cool. Hang on, wait. Whoa. That's a lot of players. How many players can you have now? Is this... Wait, hang on. How big is the player size now? If you can have that many players, that's exciting. Because that was one of my biggest problems with Chivalry. It was like pretty small on team size. That's pretty fucking cool. It looks better. This does look better. How many players can you have? Massive scale. It doesn't say. Interesting. This is the thing that's really interesting to me. Like, how many players are they actually going to let be on the battlefield? That's pretty cool. Okay, cool. There we go. We got a nice little thing out of Chivalry 2 there. Battlefield player size? I don't think it'd be that big. I think it might be War of the Roses, maybe. But not... even then, I don't even think it'd be that. I reckon you might get, like, 20... 50 v 50. That'd be fucking amazing. Imagine that, Klaus. That'd be so fun. I would really enjoy that. If that is actually what would happen to it, it'd be really good. Chivalry 1 was like 32 versus 32. No, it wasn't. Was it? I don't remember Battlefields being that big. I remember maybe like 16 v 16. I can't remember any ones that was just massive, massive. I might be wrong though. It's been a very long time since I played that game. I play it basically on release, but yeah. Anyway, right. This is just a fun little story because I like the Hololivers and I do like the gamers probably the most. But if you didn't see, a whole heap of figures have been announced. Like, lots and lots of VTuber ones, lots of just game-related ones, Miku ones. Like, so the new wave of figures in Japan are being announced and shown off. But I really like the Hololive ones, so it's like I would love like a Mio one or something like that. I really like all of them. They're really cute. But yeah, they're very excited because they're all big weebs and nerds. Well, I can't say weebs, they're Japanese. They're big nerds and really want figures of themselves. And I think that their dream has now become real and they are full-on merch people now. So I recall it being small, but I played it when it was kind of deadish. I played it like on release and I don't remember that many players, but maybe they added additional people. Final piece of news. And a big one for people who are fans of Kingdom Hearts and don't have a PS4. Kingdom Hearts series is coming entirely to PC on March 30th, which will give you the full Kingdom Hearts experience of 1.5, 2.5 Remix, 2.8, and Kingdom Hearts 3, and Melody of Memories. So that's a lot. So they're giving you the full collection, which I still have not played. I purchased the full collection on the PS4 and I still haven't played it, but yeah. I was gonna say, hang on. Oh yeah, okay. So it's because 1.5 and 2.5 have these, but you get like Birth by Sleep, Recode, 358 over 2 days. Yeah, so you get it all. That's a lot. But the thing is, one big thing though people are upset about is this is coming to the Epic Games Store. What the fuck is this font, by the way? That was such a generic font that I just saw. But if you're not a fan of the Epic Store, you might not be too happy about this. But I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But Disney gonna be Disney, unfortunately, in this case here. So yeah, there you go. Kingdom Hearts. It's coming to the Epic Store. And there's a lot of Kingdom Hearts. If you're a Disney or a Square fan, well, Disney fan, I'm not going to put a thing on it. It's really not a Square game anymore. It's a Disney game, really. And they're very weird Nomura stories, and it's just wacky, wonderful universe. But yeah. I love that one of the characters just looks like Zack. Why did they go for this font? It's so weird. And promoting it like that? Oh man, that's just really, really fucking tacky. Anyway. This is important information, if you haven't seen this. This is what it looks like. Anyway. I think that's all the news. We did a really long news segment. But yes. Oh my gosh, really? Sorry, I just saw some really silly Twitter posts, which I might have to deal with. But I think that's all the news for today, unless there's anything that came up in the last 30 minutes. Nope. I think we're good. Alright. I think we're good. What was that? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to quickly take a break now. I might actually put up a poll. So let's jump over to chill chat for a moment.